Welcome all of you to this new video of Maths Made Easy. Now this is a very special video where I am wanting to tell you how to use your vacations properly, so that when your teacher starts with the classes you are in a much better position in maths. Now what happens is when your teacher starts with the classes, she goes one after the other, she starts doing one after the other the chapters, and you don't get enough time to grasp any topic. Now today I am going to name 5 chapters here in this video which you should do at least once before the school starts. Okay, in the vacations you should know what this chapter is. These are completely new things for you all. Okay, now here I want to tell something that if you want to prepare a chapter well, whether it is maths, whether it is English, whether it is history, anything, it requires few revisions. Okay, only once your teacher has taught and only once you revise and then you write it in the exam, you will not be able to get good marks. That is why they have so many pre-boards, to give you constant revision. What I want to tell you is in the vacation, see to it that you have done it once. Your second revision will be when your teacher does it in school and then you get it in different exams, because these chapters can put you in trouble later. So these are the 5 chapters. Listen to them carefully. The first chapter, that is quadratic equations. Okay, quadratic equations. Now this is almost pretty much similar like your simultaneous linear equation that you did last year. Why I am telling this chapter is it's a long chapter. Okay, it has problem sums. This is the problem sums. Then it has regular questions. Then it has without formula. This is without formula. Then you have formula based questions. You have determinants. Okay, questions on determinants. This is pretty important. Okay, so you have these 4 types of questions in this. What is the toughest is this problem sums, where you have age related problems, you have distance related problems, just like you had last year in simultaneous. You had 2-digit numbers, you have 2-digit number questions, you have upstream and downstream questions, and apart from this also you have miscellaneous other questions on problem sums. So it is important to understand and these problem sums, how to what becomes difficult for children is to frame the equation. Okay, once you have framed the equation, you can easily do it. Now all these, each one of them have a different video in the playlist. Go through the playlist and you'll find them all. Okay, so go through the playlist, you'll find all these separately. They are taken up in different videos. So go through them and then you can do some practice on them. So when your school opens, you'll be in a much better position. What is the second chapter now? So the second chapter that I am saying is identities. Okay, trigonometric identities. Now you ICSE children are not new to identities. They are not new to trigonometry. They have done trigonometry in 9th standard. Now here in this chapter you will find the entire chapter is based on to prove that type of questions. Now that is not easy. This is one chapter that till the end of the year children find it very, very tough. Even in their last pre-board they'll find it very tough. Okay, that is why I am saying you should have an idea of this chapter before the school reopens. So identity is you'll be learning 3 new identities, 3 new formulae, trigonometric identities in this. One is sine square theta plus cos square theta. I have told this in my videos. 1 plus cot square theta is a cosec square theta, and one is 1 plus tan square theta is a sec square theta. These 3. Now these 3 are the new identities which you have never done before, will be taught now in this chapter. Okay, apart from this you need to know your sine by cos is tan. You need to know all this. Okay, sine by cos is tan and all the other such formulae. Not just that, you are also expected to know your a plus b whole square, your algebraic identities, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube, and a cube minus b cube a cube plus b cube. These formula, remember this from 8th standard and 9th standard, you are supposed to know these also. If you know this and you know this, then you will find yourself in a much better position to solve these sums. Okay, now if you don't know this, sometimes you can't grasp you can't understand how the question has to be solved, because you can't see the picture if you don't remember these. So make an effort in the holidays to remember these formulae, write them several times and learn it, and then do the sums based on all these things from this chapter. Very important. Okay, see the videos, lots of important questions are given. In fact, all the important types are given. Go through them and then do some practice. Now let us come to the third part, the third chapter. Okay, what's the third chapter that I consider should be done? Okay, that the third chapter is matrices. Some people will tell you it's very easy. Yes, it is very easy, but then it's very new also for you. Okay, so in this chapter there is a whole lot of things to be remembered. Okay, there's a whole lot of rules to be remembered, and they do come for good. There are big questions in matrices. Okay, so matrices look easy, but there are certain types of big questions in matrices which you need to understand, and then there are multiplication of matrices which needs some practice. So if you are completing, and matrix has a lot of exercise in your Selena or whichever textbook you are using, lot of exercises. If you complete all the sums in the holidays, you will be able to get the required practice, because especially multiplication of matrices, there is a lot of practice needed. Okay, so otherwise the sums cannot be done. That was the third. What is the fourth chapter? Okay, so what's the fourth chapter? The fourth chapter is section and midpoint formula. Now you have done this section and midpoint formula, you have kind of done it last year. Okay, little bit. You have done little bit of, you have not done, now this section and midpoint formula, you have done distance formula last year. Okay, so in continuation with this, you have this in coordinate geometry, which is section and midpoint formula, which you must learn. Okay, you must learn this section and midpoint formula sums. There are two simple formula, and based on that there's a wide variety of questions. Okay, so you must know them, because this is pretty much important, and this one chapter is very scoring. Okay, they can make small questions as well as big questions from it. So this is a very scoring chapter. See to it that you have done all the questions, because there's a wide variety of questions from this. Okay, next is equation of a line. Equation of a line. Now equation of a line is important, easy, only takes some time and some practice. Once you have finished the chapter, you will know that this is the easiest chapter possible. It does not really need any last minute preparations. Nothing much to remember, but very important. Big questions are framed from it, and I think anybody can do it once you have understood the concept. Okay, so see to it that you have done equation of a line once, one round of practice you have done from equation of a line in the vacation. Okay, it should not come to you as a completely new thing in the month of November or December. Okay, then you'll be in trouble. Okay, so that is why I'm saying easy chapter, scoring chapter, needs practice, do it now. So that is it. From 10th ICSE, what I had to say for 10th ICSE. I also have another video for physics, what exactly you can do in physics and keep yourself ready. Now these are the few things, and actually I'll tell you, if you have done these 5 chapters, you have done a lot. Okay, so don't worry if you have once you know these chapters well. Don't have to, rest of the time you can enjoy your vacations, because after that when your school reopens, you have 3 more big chapters to go. One is AP, one is similarity, one is AP, similarity and surface area volume. These are the 3 chapters which you will have to understand later. Okay, so that's it for today. Please go through the playlist. Bye.